Alrighty folks, today I'm going to talk about a cool little gun that belongs to a buddy of ours, Rudy. I appreciate Rudy letting us borrow this thing. It's something that we worked on at the shop, and he gave us the opportunity to go over it and explain some of the things that's been done to it. We have a lower from Aero Precision. It's called a G15 Ghost Ghost gun, affectionately called a Ghost gun. And what we have with this one is this is the pistol version. All right, we have from Strike Industries an adjustable pistol brace. We have our full-length rail, Picatinny rail here on the front with a Sightmark sight that is designed. All this stuff is designed for close quarters combat kind of thing. We've added the Sightmark flashlight and laser that is contained in one unit. We have some option on a 45-degree bracket with open sights, so you can turn the gun at an angle if you need to. If your optics go down, you'll be able to rotate the gun to 45 degrees and you got your typical standard sights. Also have on top here the EOTech, that's it, EOTech red dot sight that is designed for 300 blackout cartridge. Right? And it's adjustable depending on how it has holdover dots inside of the sight of the optic to give you your holdover at 100 yards, 300 yards, which is typical as far as you're going to shoot a 300 blackout anyway. And this is a 300 blackout cartridge, what we're loaded for. And just go right quick and show you a couple of things that is standard with most any AR-15. Pull out our rear takedown pin, and to be able to clean the gun, you've got access to the trigger group like you would have any other time. We also can pull our charging handle out, pull our bolt out, pull the charging handle out, and you have easy access to your star chamber and your barrel to be able to clean those out easily. And if any other time after you've finished firing, playing with it for a while, you go through with some solvent and give the solvent 10 minutes or so to dissolve the gunpowder and the carbon residue, swab it out. And if you shot it a lot, you may have some copper build up in your barrel. That's the time to use a brass brush to clean those carbon build up and the brass, be able to get it out after it's been hardened kind of thing. Okay, but anyway, clean that out, get a little lubrication back in it, and just drop your bolt carrier group back in. And here we got our typical bolt carrier. Always clean out around the locking lugs on your bolt. And here we go with our charging handle. We'll drop our charging handle back in, our bolt carrier back in, send those home. Now we can close it. And just so I want to give you a quick look at this. This has the Franklin binary trigger is built, we have added to this gun. And from looking at here, it don't look any different than most any other AR trigger, but believe me, the internals are very different. And also you can see here we have a little rubber buffer to help with the vibration and looseness. After the gun's worn a little bit, a lot of ARs will get a little bit of loose play, and this little buffer here helps take that out of it. All right, so anyway, I'm going to show you how that works. Close her back up, and with our binary trigger, when we pull the trigger one time, we get a single fire like we would any other semi-automatic. And with this one, we have our safety lever on both sides of the firearm. See, we have our typical fire position, and if we rotate it another 90 degrees, here we have our binary. Makes it fire when you let go of the trigger too. Right. Really cool operation. So, got it in safe now. I want to show you safe mode. Here we go with, you see, a sticker, say a label on the other side that comes with the Franklin trigger. You flip it up, you pull the trigger, the gun fires. Let go of the trigger, and it will cycle like it would any other semi-automatic version. You let go of the trigger, you can hold the trigger down, cycle the bolt, reset, and then the trigger will fire. And this being with the Franklin binary trigger, after the gun fires. All right, let's flip it over to binary mode. The gun fires when you pull the trigger. The gun cycles, you let it go, and it fires again. So we're going to give you an example of how that works there in just a minute with live fire. All right. And this being 300 blackout, this gun does have a short barrel with, what we got here, I believe it's, if I remember right, it's a 9.5-inch barrel, I believe, and our suppressor added to it. So what we've done now is I've had a couple of rounds in the magazine already. So we put some Barnes Vortex 110 grain ammo in there. I think there's 4 rounds to start out with, which will be the typical supersonic ammo. It's like 2,300 feet per second. And after that, we have some subsonic ammo. So I just want to give you an idea of how the recoil sounds differently, or the firing sounds differently. It won't be quite as loud. And also I want to see for myself, if the felt recoil is any different. Okay. So we're going to give out a whirl, see what happens. I'll tell you what, before I do that, let's go ahead and do a trigger pull test. I hadn't thought about that either. And flip it back to semi. We have the bolt cocked. Here we go. Let's see what our trigger pull is like on this one. I'll put it over here so the camera can see it. How about that? You can tell we're not in a lab setting here. We're out at the range, trying to make do with what we have. But let's see what we have on our trigger pull gauge. It's about 4 1/4 pounds. That's pretty good for the typical AR trigger for your first pull. And I'm gonna hold the trigger down, flip this over to binary mode. I'll rack the slide, let the trigger go. And I feel it really is smooth when you let go of it for the second firing. That feels really nice. Not gritty a bit. Okay, so here we go. We're going live now with our magazine. Okay, and we should be ready to go here. Well, first off, almost forgot my own hearing protection. Slip on some ears here, see how it works. First we'll go with semi mode for a couple of rounds, then we're going to switch to binary. How about that? That's kind of cool. Hope you guys could hear the difference in the way it sounded when it was fired. Obvious difference in when I pulled the trigger, for sure. Even 300 blackout, it's not an abusive cartridge as far as recoil goes, but there's an obvious difference in the sound when the subsonic rounds were fired. So there you have it. Really cool. I like this thing. Appreciate Rudy letting us have a look at it. And if there's something else we can help you with at Maverick Gun Works, give us a call, guys. Thanks for watching.